welcome back. B is for boost, and today we are in the right-hand drive Subaru. And the issue with the right-hand drive Subaru is, actually there's no issue, but what's going on with the right-hand drive Subaru is it's going to New Brunswick. So it's tried to go once already, and we drove it an hour away, and then we stopped for gas and it wouldn't start. Got it towed home, and then went to start this morning and it wouldn't start. Changed the battery, now it works. So it has an intermediate no start on it, which is not that big of a deal, but it's time that the car goes. A friend wants to trade me for a TR6060 with a spec dual clutch let's try that again. A friend wants to trade me a TR6060 with a spec dual clutch as well. So I'm into this car for around the same price as the Tran and the clutch setup. So, and I need a clutch for my supercharged Camaro, and I'd like to get a trans for my Camino. So it works out for me. But is this car going to break down on the way? I sure hope not, because I'm not dealing with it. So we're under the understanding, as long as it gets there and it's not smoking and knocking, if it has no start when it gets there, he'll still take it. So I have a full tank of gas. I don't need to stop. So we are taking it to New Brunswick. So hopefully it makes its way all the way up there. My luck lately, the SRT did break on the dyno the other day, blew a couple sensors, or blew a couple vacuum lines, and now has a bad vacuum leak. So my luck isn't the best, but I'm going to hope for the best, guys, and we're going to see what happens. So hopefully it's an uneventful ride, and you guys will enjoy the video. So guys, I've made it 4 hours with this car. I don't know what's causing it not to run sometimes. It ran really good, no shakes. Even with the cracked rim, I didn't pop the tire and it's badly cracked. So I'm quite happy now to get it there. I noticed that it might be losing RPM when I push in the clutch. I'm pretty sure it's going to be TPS or a throttle relearn, because it's not going to see the proper throttles, what I'm going to guess. So I'm hoping when I get there, it doesn't die. I'm going to push in the clutch, give it a little gas, and hope for the best. Let it idle itself out, and then maybe it should work that way. But as you see, you know, for being 4 hours, temperature's where it should be, gas is where it should be, and I'm in third gear right now doing 50, so I really can't complain. It's going to be a better deal for me, because I want the transmission and I need the clutch for my Camaro, so we'll discuss that after, guys. So after a long drive, 8 hours round trip, guys, we're back, we're home. We got the TR6060 here. So here you see a TR6060. We do have a spec dual clutch, which is going to be hard to see because it's getting kind of dark here, but as you see, spec dual clutch. And then we have a brand new hydraulic throwout bearing and stuff as well. And then we did get the short shifter and stuff as well. So we're going to go over it later on tomorrow. We'll go over the other project. It's been here for a bit, so we'll go over it and show you what's to come. We're going to use the clutch in the supercharged Camaro. We're going to use the transmission in the Camino, which I'll show you guys later. So guys, I do apologize about the wind, but it is the next day, and some people have been asking about the Camino. So I'm going to go over what I have and what we do have for it and what our plans are for it, and you guys can let me know what you guys think. So please don't kill me for this. This has been sitting outside because I need a spot in my garage. So the X-frame is there. It's been sandblasted and primed many moons ago. So it's going to need to be re-sandblasted. Now, I did just put the doors on here just to make it look a little less of a piece of crap, to be 100% honest with you. So you'll see that I do need a passenger side door. I believe the door is the only thing I don't have in a hood and the glass. So there you'll see the door. You'll see that it's actually in really good shape for, I do apologize, but the car is for 59. Obviously I'm going to need a patch panel for right here, which I do have as well. And the top of the bed is pretty solid as well. I do have some junk in it that's going to need to be cleaned out. Just random car parts over the years. Now you'll see back here, I do have the tailgate there, which is in really good shape as well. And then you'll see there's part of the rear frame there. So the frame's sitting there, it's in good shape. The plan is, so my plan is it's going to be, basically what I'm going to need to do is take the frame, get it sandblasted, and then I'll do, well actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. My plan is I'm going to get the frame all together, so get the suspension on how I want it, what suspension I'm going to use, and then once there's all the welding's done and I don't want to do anything else, or I'm not going to add anything else, I'll get it sandblasted, and then I'll weld the floor in, weld the patch panels in, and then I'm going to sandblast the whole car. I'm going to pour 15 the frame, then I'm going to base clear the frame, and then I'll start doing all the body work to the car. Again, I do apologize because this is kind of a mess. So the passenger side or driver's side, you're not going to see too well just because there's so much stuff there. So like I said, before I start sandblasting, I'm going to end up patching any holes I don't want in here. So any existing holes that are factory that I'm not going to use. So I'm going to go with an LS swap. So you'll see here, there's the VIN tag up there as well. So I do get the VIN plate and stuff for it. It is a 59 Camino. And then inside that you guys don't see, but there's like 1, 2, 3 tailgates there, guys. You'll see the roof's pretty solid as well. It's just all surface rust. It's been sitting a long time, right? Now that I knew I was owning this, I've owned this for a while, many years now. I did save parts over the years. Now, I don't know what I'm going to use, so I'll just show you. Frame off of a 96 Impala SS, and the rear frame off of an Impala SS as well. So I did cut them off just so I had the front calipers if I wanted it, and the rear posi and the rear disc brakes and the rear axles. I don't know if that's what I'm going to use. I'm looking at going with air ride now, and I plan on doing a couple things. So over here is the hood, and the hood is the only thing that should probably be replaced, and obviously that door. But you'll see here that there's a little bit of surface rust, a little hole there. I'm probably gonna have to end up sandblasting that, seeing what's left of this outer lip here, and then adding it, and same with up here if I can't find a hood. Finding a hood is not the easiest thing to do because they weren't a popular car. You'll also see that I do, well, my dog's there as well, but I do have a homemade rotisserie right here for the frame and for the body to bolt to. So it's hard to show you the stuff in here because there's no lights in there. It's just a, excuse me, it's just a garage for my spare car. So up there is the NYG. But in there I do have a 6-liter motor out of Cadillac Escalade. I had to think about that for a second. So in here, it's going to be a little dark. We're going to see what we can see as well, guys. So I'm going to show you what's in here, guys, for parts. This is my upper part of the garage, my sandblasting cabinet, my oven and stuff like that. But here's the good stuff. So you'll see I do have tons and tons of parts. It's going to be kind of hard to see what all I have, because without opening boxes and going through it all, I don't know what I have myself. So you'll see that I do have, here's your heater box by looks of it. Yeah, so there's a heater box, and then you'll scroll through, and then like there's the ashtray, and a lot of this you're not going to know until you start going through it. So fan, the factory brake booster, which looks brand new at one point in time, and then you have like a front pulley. This looks to be the speaker cover for your dash, and then this looks to be a brand new glove box. Yeah, glove box. And then we'll scroll down here. Polyurethane bushing. Huh. This is a polyurethane bushing kit for the body, which is pretty nice to get. And then I'll scroll down here, and it's just going to be a whole bunch of stuff. So this bag is labeled. So it is the rear box cover, upper back seat glass, and then like there's the rear view mirror. Like I said, a lot of this stuff I can't go through until, so there's another glove box there. So I get to pick the best of the best, because I do have 3, 4, 5s of everything except for a passenger side door and a hood. And obviously I need to buy new glass. So then you got chrome trim. Hopefully some of it can polish up. I probably should go through this and put it in the house. So, you know, things are marked here. We do have like our OEM mirrors. So, like I said, they're gonna have to be polished. But the glass is good. So it's one of those things that you're gonna have to take your time and literally go through. That might be a battery tray of some sort. Here's another. So it's hard to know what we got, guys. The issue with this is I bought the car, well, my dad bought the car at a garage sale, and Buddy was restoring it and then it stopped. So like there is your spacers for your fenders and stuff if you need to space them out. So I don't know what all he bought or where a lot of the stuff goes. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to have to put the car together and then take it back apart to see what I have. So here's more pulleys, power steering pulley maybe. There's your crank pulley, more pulleys. And then we're going to have trim, which actually looks to be really good, just needs to be cleaned up. So, and then I'll go through here, and then there's nuts, bolts. That looks like fender trim for your side pieces. And then take this out. The issue I'm going to run into is a lot of stuff I don't know what I'm going to use. So there's your chrome pieces and stuff. Because I'm going with a fuel injected, so a lot of stuff here I'm probably not going to use. So wiring, looks like, at least he took his time and put everything in containers. Here's another container, screws and stuff. I gotta be careful because I don't want to be dropping stuff. And then like there is your rear, I'm gonna say a rear fitting of some sort. And then if I go in here, let's see. So this is the kind of stuff that we're gonna have all over. That's your park, reverse, neutral, drive. If I had to guess, that goes like that on your steering column. Those are just stuff that they took apart at one point in time. Some of it might be. So top, corner, box. So at least it's marked for the most part. So there's that. So that is the first part. I already showed you guys the top part, which I'm going to edit out because you didn't see it because I have no light. But now that I found my light, my Hilti light, thanks to Turple, Jeff, for giving me the set, I'll show you what's up here, guys. Now these are outbuildings that came with my house, so there's no power to them. But like it came with a garage and like 3 big buildings. So in my outbuilding, there's tons of parts. If I scroll through here, there's stuff that came with the house that I have not even thrown out because they were up here and I just didn't care. So first thing on the list is the Camino SS bucket seats. I do have the center console as well. So I saved them because they were high seats with low back. So I figured they might look good in the Camino. Obviously they'll be reupholstered, but I do have 3 other sets of seats as well. So if I scroll down here, guys, into the next room, you'll see there's the dash. There's the center console I saved out of the Impala SS. Inner fenders that are all solid. There's a bumper on the ground there. And again, a lot of the stuff here on the floor came with the house. And I just didn't care about cleaning it up. So again, you get up here, you're gonna have, there's your fan shroud. There's pedals. So there's a pedal set there. You got bumper brackets down in there. There's just stuff everywhere. You got grills up there that I have. Grills, all your chrome trim I set up there out of the way. And then you go here. So there's a 1-piece floor. Obviously it's been sitting on off a long time. So that's why I said it has to be in, welded, and then it's gonna get sandblasted. And that will be base cleared. There is the driver's side door, which is a good door. And then you got it in here and you'll get like your rad support. You come in here, you'll see more chrome trim, ashtrays, an old heater box, more chrome trim down there. And then these Tupperware containers are full of parts as well. So you'll see that I have tons of parts kicking around everywhere. Scroll over here, guys, you will see I have 2 steering columns there. And then in behind the floor, you'll see that I do have 2 good fenders. You'll see the blue. I do apologize because it's kind of in a bad spot. And then, let's see here. Okay, so I do apologize. All this stuff here is 6-liter wiring. So the truck I stripped, I saved everything. So I'm gonna make it fuel injection. Here is more spare parts that I got. So I have enough to build more than 1 car, obviously. And with the way how rare these cars are, it's hard to find stuff. So, you know, nuts and bolts. Then I don't know what's all in here. Let's find out. Okay, so I guess I don't need to open the box. That one's marked grill. Driver's door inner. Front bumper. So if I had to guess, this one's marked front bumper. So there's your lights for your front bumper. So that's nice. I have all the OEM front bumper lights. If we scroll through some more, that one's all the driver's side door nuts and bolts. That's kind of nice to have. So we move this stuff around just to get at this. So here we go. We have broken ones. We have good ones. We have damaged ones. This is something that it's probably hard to find OEM stuff. Well, I know it is. So he saved any piece that you could get, and you'd use the best out of the 2 by the looks of it. So you scroll through. So there's the original keys, your ignition, your door locks, your glove box. So it looks like I'm going to need 1 key, or that's a broken one there. That's not terrible. And then I just want to be careful. Then you got tail light brackets, obviously all your polished. And then you do have your extra wiring here. So there's your dash pieces. So you got your gauges. And then your gasoline. Obviously, there's going to be doubles of stuff. I already know this. So here is a spare one, right? So there's your oil and your tachometer. And then there's another one that's brown. That's going to be spare gasoline and clock. So here is your original speedometer. And then you got more trim. And then you do have a tail light here. So this is the stuff you just got to go through. So there's another temperature and your oil. And then just, you know, here is your dash trim. And I don't want to go through too much of this stuff because it's one of those things that I need to go through when the car is together. So I also have more stuff for your heat there. And then obviously bumper trim, nuts, bolts. Looks like some hinges down there. And this is why everything should be stayed in the box, guys. Okay, so here you'll see that there's a set of pedals under here. That's gonna look like it's gonna be a clutch and a gas pedal, which is nice. So I have the original pedals. So like I said, I have 2 or 3 of everything. So we go into the next box. So again, a lot of the stuff you don't throw out till the car's done. So that looks like taillight bezels. And then you have, oh, he even marked it, so that's kind of good. You have door doorposts, stuff like that in that box. And then this one looks to be a whole bunch of rubber moldings and whatever's left of a heater box or a radio. Wow, that's a radio. God, what a shame. So I doubt those radios are going to be good. And then you got some trim in there. I'm going to have to go through this, start putting stuff in the house. And then you got the factory dash there, which obviously is going to need a dash pad. You got more trim down there, more lights. Like, you got stuff everywhere. Go in here. You will see right there is a 6-liter motor, all aluminum. And then just some random parts. Camaro, my Neon. Last but not least, you'll see my more part storage. Man, I got a lot of junk. So those are the seats for the Roadster. You come over here, jump over my turbo and stuff for my truck. And you'll see that I've been hoarding for a long time those Mazda 3 seats. So they're all manual. They got a high bolster and they're all black and they have no damage. So other than being dusty from sitting in here, they're good. And then there is also a 6-liter motor there. So, and unfortunately, guys, you aren't really going to be able to see it. I'm going to see if I can hold it up there. There is the best thing of it. I got the LS9 blower. So I did buy that. Hey, purple power coat. What would I need purple power coat for? So this is a brand new GM unit. Let's see if I can get that up and over. So as you see, it is an LS9 blower, guys, and it is for the Camino. I do have throttle spacers or intake manifold spacers for this. I think what I might end up doing is, instead of using spacers, I might use Gen 4 heads, which is the same as an LS3, which will make that bolt right up. So plan is everything's gonna be power coated, paint it, sandblast it. I do have my own power coating set up as well. And basically what we need to do is get the frame in the garage, get all the suspension put on, buy my suspension. Motor and training will get dropped in for mock-up. And then I will put the floor into the Camino body. I'll set the body on, get it bolted on. Then I can test fit the fenders, start marking off what I want to weld, do up all my welding, all my patch panels, stuff like that. And then I'll take the body back off, take the motor and training out, and get Buddy to come out and sandblast it. So it's going to be a big project. It's not something that's going to get done right away. And I own too many cars to do it right away. So I think I should be downsizing on cars, but I don't know what. So maybe leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. So we're going to leave it at that. You've seen the transmission. So we got the transmission, we got the motor, we got the supercharger, and we just need to buy a good clutch because the spec twin disc is going to my supercharged Camaro, and we will go from there, guys. So thank you for checking out B is for Boost, and we will definitely check you guys later. Thanks.